Alex, back in action. Looked like a pretty smooth morning from the outside. How was it for you?
Yeah, we got some good mileage in. That's positive. So far, the 45's been pretty reliable. I don't want to say too much, but it feels like, coming from the filming days, and today we're getting useful laps. We only have 3 days, a day and a half each, so it's good that we got all the laps that we did get in. And yeah, I mean, in terms of pace, it is really hard to say. I would say on the initial looks, it looks quite close out there in that kind of midfield section. We've got some work to do. I think the balance is okay, but can be better. And asking a lot for a first day there.
Most laps of anybody in that morning session, so that's one record already, I suppose.
There you go, setting records. Yeah, I mean, it's going okay so far. So let's see.
So you obviously had the shakedown, the initial feel there. How much more have you been able to pick up from this first morning, and what are you looking to build on as you go into your final stint in the cockpit?
Today it's much more, I'd say, representative of what we're really going to have the whole year. It's warm, there's wind. Normally when you're doing filming days, it's kind of 6-7 degrees and normally wet. So it's a bit of a wake-up call. I think for us it's more what we expected. I would say, Silverstone was a little bit of an anomaly. Now it's a little bit more like, okay, balance limitations, how are they compared to last year? Have we improved on the areas that we were trying to improve? And it's all about, fine-tuning it and getting the car into a sweeter spot.
And how are you feeling in general, physically, ready for the new season starting next week already?
Yeah, fine. I had a bit of a bug before coming here, so I've been a little bit down. But other than that, Bahrain's actually one of the more easy races we come to. It's quite easy on the body. It's hot, but by the time we do the race, it's nighttime, so it's not too bad. So it's a nice little opener. It's a good one to go to.
Sure, and a new teammate with Logan, obviously, this year. Did you manage to have a catch-up with him after the first morning in the car and pass on some comments for the afternoon?
Yeah, exactly. It's there's some standout items that I felt that it's good to tell Logan for him to get a bit of an idea of what to expect, and also for him to start thinking about tweaking the setup even more, so that by the time I'm in the car again on Saturday, it should feel like we've made steps in the right direction. So kind of just pointing him in my direction. Of course, he might have a different feeling. That's normal. But that's really about it. Luckily for us, there's no reliability problems that are going to hurt him for the afternoon session.
Filippe, how was your first morning of day testing?
It was really good. Really enjoyed it. We stayed a little bit at the box at the beginning. Took a little bit of time to get running, but after that we got all the tests that we needed to do done. And yeah, I even got a few pushing runs at the end, which was really fun. So I'm really enjoying it. Yeah.
Did you find that it kind of came to you quite quickly? You were able to get into a rhythm pretty smoothly?
Yeah. I think most of the drivers here got to drive a little bit before, and I was completely stopped. I was actually, just chilling at home when I got the call. So, yeah, just at the beginning, just trying to get familiarized again with the car, and at the end it was quite okay.
What was that feeling like when the team said to you, right, you're jumping in the car in Bahrain?
Yeah, it was obviously a big surprise, but I'm happy that the team got the confidence on me to do this job, and I mean, obviously, we never liked when something happens to any driver or to Lance. So yeah, I wish him a speedy recovery. But I was very happy that the team got the confidence on calling me up.
There must have been a lot to get through, I guess, just to prepare yourself to get into the car for the first time. Because, like you said, you hadn't been in it.
Yeah. I went to the simulator, and basically, the least we did was basically, doing fast laps. All the rest, I was going through procedures and stuff like that, just to refresh my mind and be ready for the test.
And have the team said when you might get back in the car? I guess, do you know what the plan is for the rest of the testing?
We don't know yet. We're still, figuring out. It depends mainly on Lance's condition, so we'll see.
And for the rest of the day, I guess you'll just go pour through the data, just see what could have been improved.
Yeah, I will follow up with Fernando his day, or what his comments are. Hopefully they are similar to mine, and and we'll see from there.
Zhou, after a long winter, how exciting was it to be back in the car today?
Yeah, it felt good. Obviously had a nice break over the winter, and today everything felt quite smooth. let's say when we had a filming day, everything went well compared to what we had last year. So it was a huge step up from the team. And today straight away I felt quite comfortable with the car. And it's only the beginning of the testing. There's plenty of work and testing for everyone, but still it's let's say it's a smooth start for me.
Like you say, early days, but to get that many laps on this morning, just quite a clear run as well, is super important at this point in the test, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we was able to complete all the stuff we have to do, even though it's a pretty long red flag at the beginning. But overall, I feel quite happy, especially considering last time I was here, it was my first time. You really felt the difference just by experience in Formula One. It makes like you can be straight away in there with the lap time. So yeah, I was quite happy today. And a few tweaks still going on with the car, and then to see the condition in the evening, of course, is more representative for quali, but overall it's a good start.
How quickly were you able to get up to speed, and how helpful was it having that shakedown to kind of just get out those niggles out of the way?
Yeah, I mean, it's let's say this year obviously we have less days jumping in the car, and shakedown you don't really push, right? You just always do the short tracks and going around with filming, so you can't really see with the promote tyre as well. So now it's the proper tyres for the first time trying. Yeah, everything went smooth like we expected, so that's always a positive takes. And today I was able to be straight on it straight away first lap. I remember last year I was struggling a bit more with one lap pace at the beginning of the year. So yeah, everything seems to be in the right direction.
Reliability was a bit of an issue last year, so I guess from that perspective as well, quite important that you guys have a clean test, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's kind of our main target. We try to solve the second half season in 22. It seems to be we solved that, but we lost a little bit of car performance because of that. But this year we tried to get back on perform we had early of the season. So definitely through the testing, especially in these hot temperature, humid temperature, is very important to make sure that the car at least get to the finish line, and then we can compete. But it's like I said, a smooth day so far.
How was your first morning in the car?
Oh, feels nice. Feels good to be back. Exciting, last couple of days, and now. Happy to have put the theory aside, and start the practical part of the job and be in the car again and live it. Had good fun. 51 laps was quality work, I would say. A bit less than we wanted to do, but like I said, quality laps. And it's about, starting somewhere and then, learn as you go, learn about the car, doing changes, see how the car reacts. That was... in that respect, a successful morning.
How's your neck?
It's fine. It's good. I spent two months pretty much in the gym entirely and running and everything. I've obviously had time to prep for this time, so it's different than compared to all the Hulkenbergs, which were obviously a different nature. So I feel good and happy to be here.
Yeah, so good first impressions, but what are your priorities for the rest of the week?
Just to get more experience with the car, more kilometers under our belt, to try and experiment with more things on the setup, explore the car really. Obviously in anticipation for next week, but for the whole season, we need to learn, lap by lap, day by day. As a driver, you're looking for that good and strong connection with the car and find a good harmony. And that's where we started today, but that process doesn't stop all year long, so it's a constant work in progress situation.